And so, we shall go to war.
The Sprawl, news about the war. On the front lines, our homegrown heroes are holding toe-to-toe against the pungent Petradians. But back in the barracks, folks from
sevens.
home and away are signing up to do their part. You might even find the odd Petradian joining our ranks to fight against their own. Go get 'em, soldier. And get 'em once for me. Talk to your local Godshed operator about how you can join the Sprawl Army today. Join the Sprawl Army today.
I'm doing my part. We all have secret goblin lovers, let's be real. Where's my
Any
secret
questions?
goblin lover? Oh gosh, look at all the stuff. Did you see my dad? He was there. He looked okay.
No, I meant questions about the new drafting procedure. It was in the weekly update video.
You mean the propaganda video?
You know what propaganda is?
I didn't until I watched that video.
Listen, people are going to come up asking about joining the army. It's your job to decide if they're a good fit, especially considering who else is coming to enlist that day.
I thought my job was to decide who to let pass the gate.
That's also your job. This is wartime. You have to do two things now.
I wish my dad was here. He'd show me how to get out of doing two things.
Up until now, we've tolerated a 2-star average with you, Guardsman. Not anymore. We are dancing on a knife's edge here, so now you have to maintain a 2.5-star average.
Oh, dang.
Or it's game over.
Game over.
And if you don't draft the right people, we could lose the war. Also, game over.
Oh, okay. Wait, figuratively or literally?
Both.
Oh my gosh. Awkward pause.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Well, I'm gonna go. You're just gonna leave after dropping something that heavy on me?
Fine, I'll stay. We can tutorial some more.
Actually, I'm starting to see the appeal of your first plan.
I thought you might. Goodbye, Lil.
Bye. Level 8. The Royal Hrit. After months of this siege, the Sprawl's resources, namely its food stores, have reached a new dangerous low. If a guard discovers any means to improve our dwindling food supply, you are to contact either myself or Lieutenant Stryker. Failure to contact leadership will be reflected on your star ranking. Ash. Related, any individuals or groups coming from outside the Sprawl who will burden our meager food supply are to be carefully vetted. Like with item 1, the decision to admit anyone who fits this description should be run either by Ash or me, Stryker. Best of luck to those becoming responsible for drafting individuals for service in the front lines. Remember, there's always more than meets the eye, and although it may seem like sending more people into the fray is the right idea, that is not always the case, Stryker. Hey guard! Hey Gardos! I'm breaking in a new assistant down here in the dungeon. Go easy on him if you get him when you call. Malcolm. So we need people who can help with the food. Any individuals or groups coming from the outside who will burden the food supply need to be carefully vetted. Okay, we got 8 crystals. 1, 2, 3. Here. 2 here. 1 here. 1 here. Actually, let's do 1 less here. Okay, there we go.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the place where a fella could sign up to join that war that's going on?
It is. Why? Do you know someone who's looking to sign up?
Sure do, ma'am. His name is Elmer John, and you're looking at him. I'm talking about me, ma'am.
Yeah, I got that. Are we supposed to wait? There's always more than meets the eye, and although it may seem like sending more people to the fray is the right idea, that's not always the case. Okay. Talk to him a little bit more. Now, what's a guy like you wanting to fight a war like this?
I fight for one thing and one thing only. My one and only love, Glory Ann.
Huh? That's very heroic, I guess. This Glorianne, is she your sweetheart?
She sure is.
And does Glorianne feel the same way about you?
She sure does. At least, I thought she did.
Okay. Finish the details, Elmer. What happened?
Well, you see, ma'am, how it is it's like this, you see. It all happened this way it was.
Yep. Elmer, faster with the dishing.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just all too painful to talk about. We were engaged to be married, and I caught her in the arms of another man, my neighbor Bosco.
Dang it, Bosco. Or Glorianne and Bosco. How dare she?
I know!
So you're heartbroken and running away to war?
Exactly.
Okay. Do you really think running off to war with a broken heart is really the right thing to do? Have you ever tried talking to her about it?
No way, no how, no ma'am. The minute I saw them together, I jumped to the first conclusion in my head and left town to do the first thing I thought of doing.
Uh-huh.
Now, are you going to let me join up or what?
Or, I'm gonna say or what? I don't think you fully thought this through, Elmer.
Who has time for thinking when there's running away from your problems to be doing?
Uh-huh. Oh, I like the whole new draft. Deny! Whoopich. I don't think I can, in good conscience, send you to the front, Elmer. Go home, find Glorianne, and talk to her.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I was making one of those, what do you call it, hasty decisions I always make. I'll go home and see my Glorianne, who I caught in the arms of another man, and I'll make the biggest apology banner anybody ever saw.
What's an apology banner?
It's the easiest way to say you're sorry. So long, ma'am. You take care now. Glorianne, I'm a-coming.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Ah, it's you again. I remember you, the miserable wretch who saw to me the last time I came to this repulsive, simmering carbuncle of a city.
Uh-huh. I remember you too. You're that unpleasant, obnoxious Ebenezer Scrooge knockoff.
Yes, we have met.
So, what are you doing here?
It is my intention to go straight to the bank of the sprawl and have my substantial monies removed from this sinking barge of a city before the banks are overrun, or worse, sacked. Mr. Dunn just needs to hear my confirmation number, and I will have my fortune sheltered in a more rich people-friendly nation.
Doubt. What will happen to BS without you?
Most likely, BS will fall in one great lump. Perhaps enough people will continue to buy into BS, but as far as I'm concerned, the people here were up to their necks in BS anyway.
We're still talking about the bank, right? Truth spray.
Honestly, what does it all matter anyway? I've spent my entire life accumulating one of the largest fortunes in the sprawl, but what good is it without my darling whelp?
What?
If only I could speak with him again. I could leave all this money behind if it would get me back my whelp.
Huh? Oh, Malcolm.
This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great?
Just read the cards!
Oh, okay. This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great. May I take a message?
Wait, who is this?
Who is this?
Lil.
Oh, Lil! It's me, Whelp!
I thought so. Listen, there's someone here I think would like to speak with you. Go ahead.
Whelp? Is it really you?
It is, Your Grace.
Whelp, I never thought I'd see you again.
Well, we are on the phone.
How are you? Have you been treated poorly?
No one ever treated me as poorly as you, sir.
I miss you, well,
I miss you too, sir.
come, run away with me. We can leave this war behind us and start again with all of my money.
Sir, I never cared a jot for your money. I only wanted to be with you.
Okay.
Oh, whelp, my heart sings. No matter what happens to me now, I will dedicate my remaining life to you.
What about your remaining money?
I'll donate it to the poor. Just kidding, but I won't take it away with me today.
Ooh. Good enough. Get in there and reunite with your friend. Hey, I'll take 4 stars. True love conquers all. Way to go, Cupid. I guess we'll take it.
Where is he? Where's that meek little slunk of a man?
Huh? I have no idea who you're talking about.
Did a hopelessly heartbroken fella by the name of Elmer John come by this way? Spouting a crazy notion like running off and joining the army?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Oh, Elmer John, what have you done? Tell me, did you allow that fool to throw his life away over nothing?
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you or not.
I have to know if you sent him off to war, because if you didn't send him, then I'd like you to send me, to get as far away from that fool as possible.
Okay. Why? I take it you're Glory Ann?
That's me, Glory Ann.
The same Glory Ann that was caught in the arms of another man?
It's not what it looked like. And if Elmer John had stuck around for more than a second, I could have explained that to him.
Doubt. So what? You're sick of these lunk-headed men getting all hot and bothered and making hasty decisions over something that could have been settled by a rational conversation?
Exactly.
Interesting. Another question.
Even if that fool Elmer John is drafted as well, and he's there waiting for me with his big dumb eyes and his cutie pie dimples, it won't matter. He won't be able to smooth talk his way back into my heart after doing something so stupid like running off and joining the war. At this point, it doesn't matter if you let him in or not. Either way, I've made up my mind.
I doubt that. Come on, you really don't want to know if he was or wasn't drafted? What if he's at home waiting for you, with a big old apology banner that says, "I'm a fool, take me back"?
He's run out of apology banners this time. Him and his suspicious mind. Not to mention the wartime measures prohibiting the sale of fabric for such frivolities.
Good night, Lilaquest. We'll see ya. Huh. One more question. Luann, I gotta know. Did Elmer John really find you in the arms of another man?
That's only what Elmer thought he saw. It all started when that big loud Bosco from 2 houses over came round like he always does to try to court me again. I explained to him that Elmer John had asked for my hand and that I had said yes. And then Bosco explodes and says he's gonna smash Elmer's head like a jug. So I lunged at Bosco to hold him back. The big brute! That's what Elmer saw, and the next thing I know, he's crying about going off to war.
Huh. Maybe King... Sounds like before you go and do the same thing Elmer's gone and done and run off with a hurt heart. Maybe y'all should be slowing your ride and talking it through, am I right?
Why are you talking like that?
I thought you wanted to.
I sure don't. Can you just do me a favor and do the opposite of what you did for him, for me?
That's confusing, but okay. Deny. Hi, Mr. Stockies. Welcome and good to see you. Go home. Now, I'm not doing this because I drafted Elmer John and trying to keep you apart.
I understand.
And I'm not doing this because I didn't draft him and want you two together.
Understood.
I'm doing this because I don't think you fully thought this through. Denying your recruitment into the army.
I guess I was acting a little hot under the collar there for a minute. I should go home and talk things over with Elmer and... Wait. Now will you tell me? What happened to him? Did he get drafted into the war?
I didn't send him to the front. I think you'll find he's waiting for you when you get home, big old apology banner and all.
Thank goodness.
Ugh. Nobody's gonna join the war at this rate. We need people. Hello, Goblin. The Goblin approaches, whistling a happy tune.
Oh, hello, Lil. Isn't it an absolutely beautiful day? Sun shining, birds chirping. Why, a gobbo could almost sing about it.
Huh? Hey! Nice to see you again.
You too. I'm just coming from a conference of GLA members from different nations looking to help each other out.
Hey. GLA sounds like it's thriving.
It sure is. We
Okay.
made some major inroads with a sympathetic group of Petrardian miners. They've offered to dig tunnels that will bring food to the sprawl without anyone knowing.
Oh.
I hope we can get these plans to Queen Desdemona for her stamp of approval. Then we can get things underway.
Okay. Sure. You should take these to the Queen.
I'm on my way there now.
Alright, we will let you in. We're gonna let people know that you're gonna come through helping with the food. We gotta talk to Stryker. Or Ash. Yeah.
Those tunnel plans to increase our food supplies are exactly the kind of outside-the-box thinking we need. Let them in.
You
The
got
city's
it.
best and brightest will go over the map, and construction will begin in no time. We have food! We have food! Well done, Guardsman.
I can't believe I didn't tell you. Big updates from the GLA. Queen Desdemona and her goblin lover, Chuck, have implemented all these different programs for non-humans. It's a great day to be a goblin. And Gary is learning to become a mage. I think he got a bit carried away playing Magnus the Magnificent.
I knew Desi would get it done.
Does he?
Desi, Queen Desdemona. I'm trying to make it a thing. Gotta keep up. Let him in. Have fun.
Lil, it is always a pleasure.
Julian, I hope you have a fantastic day.
Do you really mean that?
Yeah. I sincerely do. Keep up the great work, friend.
Thanks, Lil. You're one of the good ones.
Tunnel plans are underway. Soon there will be more food for the people of the sprawl. Well done. What's up, Cecil?
Hey, Lil. Listen, I wanted to say I know things must be tough for you with Hamish out on the front lines and...
And what? The fact that I have to work a full-time job at the age of 12?
Yeah, that's gotta be tough.
And the fact that I live alone on top of a dive bar?
Well, you meet some interesting people.
And the fact that my dead mom's still dead?
Oof, yeah, that's pretty rough. Well, if you ever need someone to talk to, you know where to find me.
I'm actually not sure I do know where to find you.
Oh, well, normally it would be at the barracks, but for the foreseeable future, I'll be running security for Her Majesty Queen Desdemona.
Uh-huh.
After you finished your shift, Her Majesty and the Royal Consort have asked to see you.
Why? Why does Her Majesty want to see me?
She's meeting with some high-ranking member of the Mages Guild to discuss battle strategy. To be honest, the guild hasn't been very supportive of how Her Majesty has handled things. She was looking for a bit of backup and wanted you specifically.
Ooh, the Queen has asked us. Well, she can count on me, I hope.
I hope so too. The fate of the sprawl may rest in your hands.
It always does, Cecil. I'll see you after my shift.
Great. Thanks, Lil. And if you write your dad, tell him we all wish him well.
I will. I know he'd love to hear it. See you later, Cecil. at least he's acting nicer. A familiar group of black-clad folk approached the shed, weeping and moaning.
You must help us, child.
We have been left without shelter. It's awful.
It's awful.
Scarborough has fallen.
The Duchy of Scarborough has been under constant siege for the majority of the war.
Huh?
Those bastards!
Quite.
Why?
We finally had to flee. We couldn't stand it any longer.
Huh?
We've been without food for days.
Okay.
Yes, everyone is rather hungry.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that you had to flee your home. Can't imagine how hard that must have been.
Thank you, child. I'm a duchess without a duchy.
We have rather a lot of refugees that need your help and your food desperately.
Okay. We're gonna do a cheeky little X-ray here. Spooky Zoe, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Just check in super quick. Oh, what's that? What you got there?
This? Oh, it's just a letter. From me aunt.
Mind if I read that? Let's see. La 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 la. Late at night while no one is awake. Blah blah blah. Lower the drawbridge and we will invade. Ba-dum ba-dum ba-ba-dum. Okay. Long live Prince Phineas. Care to explain?
All right, I did it. I lowered the bridge and let those...
Bastards?
Right, those bastards. I let them in. It was me.
He begins to sob.
Oh, you sneak.
Ooh. Get him!
You are hereby banished from the court of Scarborough.
Prince Phineas was right. Soon the entire sprawl will fall to the might of the kingdom of Petrard.
Uh-oh.
Oh, go away.
Okay.
Well spotted, Guardian.
Okay. Listen, I'm just doing my job.
And that's how you x-ray your way to success.
Excellent line, milady.
But that was... never mind. Even with that settled, I'm still not sure what to do with these people. The decision to admit anyone who fits the description should be run by either Ash or me. Okay. Let's talk to Ash.
Oh, my heart just breaks for the dear Duchess and the people of Scarborough. While our food supplies remain dangerously low, with the tunnel operation unlocked thanks to you, we should just be able to feed everyone, including these refugees. You may let them in.
Sounds good. Welcome in. You should hopefully get us 4 stars.
Bless you, dear child.
You're welcome.
Yes, thanks awfully. As I said, we are incredibly hungry.
There should be enough food for you, for your people. We have a new plan to bring more into Sprawl.
Regardless, you are a hero in the history of Scarborough. If our lands are ever restored to us.
You did the right thing in the previous turn. In a previous turn, you unmasked a traitor, kind to refugees. 4 stars.
Where do I enlist?
Hello! You're there! Here!
Then what are you waiting for? Sign me up already. The name is Bosco.
Oh.
I heard that lily-livered runt Elmer John came by this way, and I want to catch up with him so I can smash his head like a jug.
Oh. Well, you got anything dangerous on you here real quick? Let's just check. Oh, what is that? What is her? What's that?
A picture of me.
Oh. Nice photo.
But the frame's awful. I hate it.
Then why carry it around?
I was going to give it to Glorianne, but she said no. Do you want it?
No.
Okay.
The picture looks bumpy. Like someone wrote something on the back of it. What does it say?
Nothing. I don't remember.
What? I want to know now. Give it. You're just the kind of guy we're looking for, but I'll need to more than just your first name to sign up.
Houlihan.
Okay, Bosco Houlihan. And last thing, why do you want to smash Elmer's head like a jug?
Because he's a fool.
Uh-huh. I trust it's common practice to go around smashing people's heads like jugs where you're from.
Only if they're dumb enough to run away from a quality dame like Glorianne.
Okay. Remember, there's always more than meets the eye, and although it may seem like sending more people to the fray is the right idea, that's not always the case. Breaking in a new assistant down here in the dungeon, go easy on him if you see him. Okay, that's fine. Okay, one more question. Maybe the decoder? Because I kind of want to see what the thing says, but we'll talk one more time. It didn't give me an option to read the photo. So to be clear, you're mad that he ran away from Glorianne?
Yes.
Because you wouldn't run away from Glorianne if she wanted you.
Yes, but she's made it clear that she doesn't.
This little drama is wrapping up quite nicely.
It will once I smash Elmer John's head like a jug.
You must have smashed a lot of jugs in your day.
Yes, my father was a jugsmith, and I hated him.
Jugsmith?
It's a real thing.
Well, welcome to the army. You seem aggressive. Listen, Buster, we need you.
My name is Bosco.
I know.
But...
Listen, Bosco, we need you.
Okay, good. Look out, Elmer John. I'm coming to smash her head like a jug.
Yeah, go get him if he's there. Honestly, I forget what I did with him. What a day. Oh, let's go. Due to your exceptional job performance, you were paid 30 gold for the shift. True love conquers all. Way to go, Cupid. Nice. Nice. You? The war room. Go talk to the queen. Hello, Cecil.
Which is exactly why we must start using them immediately.
Oh.
The risk is too great.
We need more time to study the long-term repercussions.
A luxury we can ill afford.
Your Majesty, Lil has arrived.
Thank you, Cecil.
I'm
Lil,
here.
thank goodness you're here. I've got a problem.
You have an opportunity, Your Highness.
You know Tyronius Athanatos, I believe.
Yeah. I've had the pleasure, I guess.
Yes, I remember this little guardsman.
And Dr. B. Have you met Dr. Beatrix von Matterhorn, Lil?
Yeah, I have. She works at the hole in the ground by the edge of town.
Yes, I mean, it's an archaeological dig site, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, she's the one who gave me the Chronometer 3000 on my first day.
Ah, so she does have access to power crystal technology. I might have known.
Wait, Lil has had access to power crystal technology this whole time? Maybe it's not as dangerous as we imagined. She seems fine.
We don't know that. It's still too early.
Well,
How long can we wait? How many brave soldiers of the sprawl must give their lives before we use the tools we have available?
Let me fill you in on what's going on here. The Mages Guild feels that if they had access to power crystals, they could hold back the enemy and maybe even win the war outright.
Okay, so why don't they go buy some? I know a guy in an alley. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. It's starting to sound weird.
They want all the crystals, access to every dig site and existing stockpile in order to amplify their power.
The good doctor could simply give us the blueprints. Or better yet, the working model the child has in her possession. This would allow our research to flourish in no time.
Sus.
Dr. Beatrix feels that there are too many unknown variables to use it safely on a larger scale.
The Mages Guild is and always has been reckless. There's no way I'm handing my research over to you. Not until I see the full effects on my human test guinea pig here.
And that's me. Yeah. Wait, what?
We both knew what this was.
Well, Lil, you've been using power crystals at the guard shed. What do you think? Are they too dangerous?
Too dangerous. I don't know. Nah, do it. Too dangerous. They're way too dangerous. I use the chronometer 3000 under very specific circumstances. You start manipulating time out there in the everyday world, who knows where it could lead?
Spoken like a scientist. Do you have a master's degree?
How many times do I have to tell you people? I'm 12!
Thank you for your counsel. I always appreciate having multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions. I have made up my mind. Dr. B will continue to oversee Lil's progress with the chronometer 3000, and it will stay out of the hands of the Mages Guild until we can be certain that it is safe to use in this war.
Then at least allow the guild access to the crystal reserve for the sake of the sprawl's future.
For the time being, the reserve shall remain under my control.
For the time being.
Uh-oh.
My decision is final, Tyronius. You will find that I am not as easily swayed by you as my father was.
Dun dun dun.
I'm just here to support my lady love. This choice has been eating her up inside. It's an important decision, and I want to do anything I can to help.
I think she made a good choice. With you, I mean.
Thanks for your insight, Lil. I'm sorry to keep putting you in this position.
Ironious.
Why the princess listens to you, I will never understand. It's like you're the only two people in the Dead Mums Club. My mother's terrible. That should count for something. Hopefully your words will not sway Desdemona on future matters.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad calmer heads prevailed. At least for now.
This looks like just the machines at the dig site. I wonder if it's got any good games on it. Got any games on your phone? Ooh, battle plans. There's Fireball Canyon, Kaladar, and of course Petrard, Marvog, and the Sprawl smack dab in the middle.
Hey, you spoke well today, Lil.
Aw, thanks. Thanks!
One more message for you today. I was instructed to tell you to head over to Malcolm's to meet the advisors. Good luck.
The Malcolms. Alright. Let's go see what the dungeon needs. Got games on your archaeological equipment?
What I don't understand is why would they have summoned her to a meeting without us there? Where's the fun in that?
Without at least one of us there.
And we all know it should have been me.
You really believe that, don't you?
When it comes down to the serious, important things that affect this kingdom, I think they'd rather take advice from the strategic mind of a ranking military officer. Rather than the 2 cents of a goofy, hopped-up lunatic with questionable taste in fashion. Or a lousy court jester.
Ouch! We were both in the firing line on that one.
Well, all that being said, you still weren't asked to join said quorum, but she was.
And she is here.
What?
She is here. She's here. She's here. Lil is here. I really have to work on my subtlety.
Ah, Lil, you're here. We heard you got summoned to talk to the Queen and her new choice of partner for some kind of special quorum.
How was it? Was it boring? What kind of boring things did they talk about while you were there? Tell us.
I shouldn't say. I think if they wanted you to know, they would have talked about it at the meeting. They would have invited you.
She won't tell us anything. She's as useless as you two are.
I take offense to that.
Offense to what? Sorry, I got distracted.
Can I go now?
You're dismissed.
Goodbye. Lady in armor, she's single. I think she's trying to take over the kingdom. Probably yes.
Welcome to Garby's Emporium of Wonder. Lil, about time you showed up. I've had every mage in town come by the shop today trying to buy up all the power crystals.
Interesting. Really? You mean you don't have any left?
I wouldn't have if I didn't hide a few away for my best customer.
Oh, good. I'm your only customer.
You were my only customer, but now that I cornered the mage market, I don't know if I'll be able to keep these crystals in stock. Well, the good ones anyway. The mages didn't seem to have too much interest in the cheapo ones. Hey, by the way, before you get to shopping, this blowtorch you sold me with Fossey carved onto it?
Yeah.
I've had the hardest time selling it. Maybe you'll want it back. Might come in handy. And I'll sell it to you for just 4 gold.
Oh, I'll take it. Absolutely. What a steal. We will take a couple of these. Give me another decoder ring. And you can have this and this. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade another truth spray. Go. Thanks, Garby. Heck yeah.
Lil, how goes the Battle of the Southern Gate?
Health Inspector! Same old. How are things around here holding up?
Great. Business is better than ever. Something about war and the idea of impending doom really gets people out to the bar.
That's good?
You bet it is. If this keeps up, we'll finally be able to get this place up to code.
Then we can get rid of the rats.
We don't have rats. I mean, we do, but technically they have us.
Turns out they own the building and we just rent from them.
Oh.
But if we make enough money, we can buy out from under them. As far as landlords go, they aren't the worst.
I could do without all the hissing.
Hey, that reminds me. Lil, you got a letter in the mail.
Ooh. Wait, how did that... Never mind. A letter? From who?
From Hamish.
Ooh. A letter from Dad? Gimme.
Hey, Sweet Pea. How's everything back home? I'm doing okay here. I've gotten to know a lot of the guys. Then when they don't come back from battle, I get the chance to get to know a few more. I miss you. I know you might be scared right now, but don't be. It'll take tougher stuff than this little war to do in your old dad. Please let me know that you're all right. Or even if you're not. I need to hear how you're doing. I love you, Lil. Dad.
Aw. Love you too, Dad. What should I write back to him? If I tell him things are tough here, he might get worried and get distracted in battle. But if I tell him I'm doing well, he might feel like I don't need him and then get distracted in battle. He's easily distracted. Oh boy, neither answer seems right.
Are you talking to me?
No. Honest. Lil will write a letter that expresses her honest feelings about how difficult things are for her. Are you sure? Yes. There, that should do it. Hey, Arda, mind making sure this gets to where it needs to go?
Sure thing, Lil.
We're all thinking of your dad, Lil.
What is Frito doing here?
Well, if it isn't my old pal Lil.
Oh, so now you remember me?
Always did, kiddo. Just had to play it cool while at my legitimate place of business. My former legitimate place of business, that is.
Oh. Oh no. What happened?
Tough to say, kid. Could have been any number of things. Change in management, downsizing on account of the war.
It was probably the illegal gambling operation you were running out of the concession stand.
Tough to say, kid. Regardless, I'm here on official bookie business. I've come to collect a debt from Hamish.
Sounds about right. How much does he owe you?
30 gold, and I've got the marker to prove it.
Sorry, I don't have that kind of money on me. Either come back tomorrow and I'll see if I have the money, or wait for Hamish to come back from the war.
Both those options sound lousy. Tell you what, let's forget the debt altogether. But tell Hamish I ain't taking any more of his markers. See you around.
Cool. Worth. What's up, kid?
Shh, Lil, I'm being discreet. Isla bet me 5 gold that I couldn't steal a bottle of fizzy when Arda's distracted.
How are you planning to do that?
I figure if I wait long enough, one of the rats will bite her and she'll freak out and maybe run around a bit.
Solid plan. Cool. Cool. Well, at least Fredo won't take our dad's money anymore, so that's a good thing. Well, time for bed. Wait, hang on, what? Wait. I think I've done everything I need to do. Yes, okay. I thought she said I don't think I've done everything I need to do. I would just go to bed. Reunited with his darling whelp, Grumpkin T. Dankworth was a changed man. Together, the two traveled through Caladar, sailed Lake Inez, and even summited in Fireball Canyon. He laughed as he had never laughed in all his days, and their nights were filled with food and wine, music and love. They ran holding hands through fields of flowers. On one such sprint, Grumpkin clutched at his chest. His heart had overflowed. More accurately, he suffered a massive heart attack. Try as he might to revive his former master and now true love, Whelp was unable to resuscitate the old man. A simple funeral was had, and the widower, Whelp, counted himself lucky, as he had ever had such a love as this. As for his substantial riches, they were held by Mr. Dung, head of BS, until such a time as Mr. Dankworth's will was read. The old man had donated the entirety of his fortune to the GLA. A small flower garden was built in his honor outside of their headquarters. Thanks to his timely arrival back in the Sprawl, Julian was able to prepare a lavish birthday party for his best friend Gary. Every goblin, troll, halfling, cyclops, and mole person who was anyone was there. It was a bright spot in what had otherwise been a dark few months for the Sprawl. As a birthday present, Julian gave Gary a pure, unrefined power crystal that he received from the visiting miners. The glint of its unearthly glow reflected in Gary's eyes as he inserted the power crystal into his practice wand. He thanked Julian profusely for this most precious present. It never left his sight from that day on. The next day, Julian presented the plans he was carrying to the city council. These plans detailed an extensive tunnel system which to be dug underneath the walls of the Sprawl, which would allow food to be secretly and safely moved into the Sprawl right under the enemy's nose. After a short period of deliberation, the council realized just how hungry they all were and unanimously approved the plan. Someone will be arriving to start digging the tunnel system soon, but it's all on the up and up and pretty hush-hush. Hi, Tiny Irish, welcome in. With new plans for bringing food into the city working their way through the bureaucracy of the Sprawl, there were enough rations for the refugees from Scarborough to eat, and a space was made for them at the refugee camp springing up down at the docks. The Duchess was not impressed by her new surroundings, but to be honest, she was a very difficult person to please. Swift justice was visited upon the traitor who lowered the drawbridge of Castle Scarborough in the middle of the night, allowing the enemy to enter and take control of the duchy. The villain was hanged in the town square. Brutal? Certainly, but this is war, and it's better to be safe than sorry. Plus, it made for a fine day's entertainment, as there are no video games in the Sprawl to keep people amused. Battle! Battle! Yeah. Got him! Sprawl victorious! The garrison stationed at the Sprawl's secret western food depot successfully repelled the invading Patronian forces. The Sprawl's reserved foods are safe from the enemy's greedy hands and empty stomachs. Bosco's repressed feelings and lifetime of compensating at the gym led him to fight impressively on the battlefield, inspiring all around him. Elma John went home and talked things over with Glorianne. They called the engagement back on and got married soon after. The 7s.